Hello, my name is Zachary Montgomery, and today we're going to be discussing Flight Scenario 1, where we have a cross-country flight from Richmond to Dare County. Um, and from our scenario here, it says that I am a student working on my commercial pilot, which I am. You just flew a 123 nautical mile trip from Richmond down to Dare County, but I was not able to land due to deer on the runway. What do you do? Well, obviously, I'm not going to be doing close passes over the top of the runway to try and scare off the deer. So where am I going to go? Do I fly back to Richmond? Can you log cross-country time, flight time? What are all the considerations in my decision-making process? Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at our map. So this was our original flight here. We went to this. I decided this was the best route just because it keeps us on Victor Airways, and I like Victor Airways because they keep me safe, relatively. So we go down here, and then we go over here to our KMQI. So it looks like we got here, and then we could not land because there were deer on the runway. So what do? Well, if I didn't land, I can't log across country, and this is a training flight, so I would like to do that. So my plan probably would be that I would find an airport close to there, because deer on the runway is not going to be an everywhere situation like weather may be. So in this case, I would just find somewhere that I want to land. In this case, I've looked around a little bit, and the one that I keep coming back to is this Elizabeth City airport here. It's fairly large. It's got Delta airspace, so I'm going to be able to talk with a controller, which I like doing. And it'll give me some good experience landing at an airport I haven't been to. And I did check the distance, and we can go ahead and do that real quick just to make sure. We'll do KECG here. There we go, and it says that our total distance is 93 nautical miles. So that does fall within. So we have to, as students, in order to log a solo cross country, we have to fly at least 50 nautical miles. So that still applies, and that's straight line distance. So even though we went all the way out to KMQI, came back to it, we wouldn't be able to count that whole distance as our cross country distance. It has to be direct line from the origin to the landing point. So in this case, we're still good because it's that 93 nautical miles. So as far as that goes, I can log across country if I go to Elizabeth City. So I'm going to do that. And then let's see, what are all the considerations in your decision making? So I decided on that one because it's a larger airspace. It is tower controlled, so I'm going to feel safer landing back there. And worst case scenario, if I was trying to get to KMQI, it's not all that far from KMQI where I could drive down the coast here and get over there. So in this case, I just think it's the best case scenario here because I want to log that cross country time, and because it's a fairly large airport that's got gas because we see the little notches there. I just think it's a good idea to land there. Otherwise, I don't have any experience with this one. I would take into consideration, it does say here that there's a balloon on cable, so I would want to check the NOTAMs to make sure that that's not up or that it's not going to be in my way, because I will be coming from this direction back here, so I may want to offset over this way. But I'll be in direct contact with the ATC when that's going on, and we can check this out real quick just to see what we're working with. So we have 7,200 foot runway, 150 foot wide. That's great. I mean, that's bigger than my home airport now. So that works for me. We already saw that they have fuel, and we know that they're a Delta airport. So I think overall this is going to be a great choice for us to land here. And then once we land, we can take off, go back home, and log our cross country. Other than that, I'm feeling great as a pilot. So just quick touch on the PAVE checklist. Pilot, I'm not feeling ill. I would run the I'm safe checklist. Not ill. Haven't taken any medications. Haven't had any alcohol. No, my stress is relatively low. All the normal things. I got all of the documentation I need. And then aircraft. It didn't stipulate an aircraft. I'm very comfortable in my Cessna 172 with G1000, so I wouldn't have any issues with that. I would make sure that it was up to date on all of its inspections and that it had no open write-ups for any maintenance stuff. As far as environment goes, it seems that the environment around Elizabeth City is pretty similar to the environment around Richmond. Maybe a little bit more swampy, so I'm not going to have as much available area if we were to have an engine out, but I would probably just find a nice road to land on. I'm not trying to put it down in a swamp and trudge my way out of there. The weather, it doesn't stipulate weather. I mean, the weather today looks iffy off the coast, but over land it doesn't look all that bad. And then external pressures, obviously it's just I'm a student, you know, I'm trying to get my commercial flights out of the way. So I might have a little bit of pressure there to try and make this ride count, so that I'm not wasting my time and my money flying all the way down to KMQI just to turn around and go home without being able to log one. So I mean, some people might have pushed to land if they could wait out the deer. I'm not one of those people, so I would rather be safe and land at an airport that still gets me my cross country, but also is safe. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot else to say. It looks like it would be a pretty nice flight over some really pretty area. Thanks for listening today, and I hope to hear some good comments from you guys. Thanks.